like to talk to you about calendars like this one. This calendar is from the Priestly Fraternity of St. Peter, and it indicates that the Ascension of the Lord, a holy day of obligation, is scheduled to be celebrated today. However, in the Archdiocese of Dubuque and in most other dioceses across the country, the Ascension of the Lord will be celebrated on Sunday. And I'd like to take a few minutes to explain this because it's confusing for a lot of people. Until 1998, the Feast of the Ascension was always celebrated on Thursday of the 6th week of the Easter season, 40 days after the resurrection. We know from St. Luke's Gospel that the Lord spent 40 days with the apostles and disciples, appearing to them, demonstrating that he was alive and well, and that he had a real resurrected and glorified body before being taken up to heaven to sit with his eternal Father, and 10 days before the coming of the Spirit at Pentecost and the birth of the church. So why is the Ascension being celebrated on Sunday, and how is this possible? Well, at the time it was changed, there was concern about the decline of mass attendance on these holy days and participation by the people of God. And we know from the experience of the Epiphany and Corpus Christi, just to list two examples, that when a feast day celebrated on the weekday was moved to Sunday, there was more participation. And so at the time it was changed, the U.S. bishops requested the Vatican allow that particular change. It was felt that this would lead to greater participation by the people of God. Now, how is this possible? Well, we're talking about liturgical calendars. And liturgical calendars, while they're a key dimension of the Catholic faith, are not set in stone. They can be changed. Feasts can be changed. In Italy, for example, the Feast of Saints Peter and Paul is a holy day. And that date is not a holy day of obligation in our country. So some days are holy days of obligation for Catholics and other days are not. The Church makes that prudential decision. The Church can also transfer feast days, which it has done repeatedly. For example, the Annunciation of the Lord is always celebrated, but it is not always celebrated on the actual 25th of March. And that is because sometimes that coincides with Easter, which has a higher ranking in the liturgical calendar. So the feast day is transferred to the Monday after Easter, for example, after the Easter octave. As I mentioned, the Epiphany, which is on January 6th, has been transferred to Sunday, and Corpus Christi, which is the Thursday after the celebration of Corpus Christi after the Holy Trinity, has been transferred to Sunday. So the Church is allowed to transfer these feasts. When the Lord gave us the Holy Spirit and formed the Church, he didn't tell us exactly how everything was going to play out through the centuries. The Spirit was left to the Church to guide her in wisdom. And so we're celebrating the Ascension of the Lord on Sunday. It is unfortunate that the 40-day period after Easter, which is highly symbolic, has been lost. But what is gained is greater participation by the people of God. That's all we have to say on this subject. Have a good day. God bless you.